Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Walnut and ZumoCoCoHerO on Terraform, the latter edition. That is a fun name, ZumoCoCoHerO. That looks like Russian characters, maybe? Something Slavic anyway. Anyway, in the top left of Terraform, the latter edition, we have the red Protoss player, it is Walnut. And in the bottom right of Terraform, the latter edition, we have the blue Protoss player. It is ZumoCoCoHerO. I'm probably going to call this Zumo from this point on, just because it's a little bit easier. So it's a PvP on the channel. Basically, I've decided you guys hate PvPs because they are the lowest viewed videos on my channel. Every PvP that I do gets like 600 views, when the average view right now for stuff I'm getting is closer to like 1,200, 1,400 views. So man, PvP is super not popular, but I don't know why. I feel like it's pretty good in Legacy of the Void. It's not just Colossus battles. You can see Disruptors, you can see Skytoss, you can see people going Adepts in PvP. It's pretty varied, and so I hope to see some pretty amazing stuff here from our Protoss players. But again, in the early game, it's the same thing. Look at this. Both players getting assimilators, gateways, probes. Cybernetics core going to pop up as soon as the gateway finishes for both of these guys. I mean, it's like they're both using the same early game build every single time. Things do start to diversify at some point here. Putting 2 workers on each of the gas for Walnut, and Zumo getting 3 workers on each of the gas. Could mean a Skytoss play from here. This is probably going to be Adepts, though, from Walnut. There goes the Cybernetics core. Looks like Walnut is just a little bit ahead of his opponent. But yes, just continuing to chrono boost out those workers. Not choosing to get a Zealot out of the gateway. Doesn't really do them any good to have Zealots in PvP, but hey, Nexus coming out for Walnut here, a bit of a surprise. So he's going to try to get Adept pressure out on his opponent and then get a Nexus up at the same time while attacking. I like this play, I like it a lot. Meanwhile, ZumoCoCo, man alive, that's a tongue twister. Try to say that 5 times fast. ZumoCoCoHerO, 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 ZumoCoCo. Ugh, that is so hard. Anyway, there's a Cybercore. Let's see what the plan is for the Zumo. Sending a probe out somewhere. Going for that Nexus is going to be the question. Taking some minerals. And yes, waiting for that Nexus. And there it comes. Pam. Both players getting Stargates. Alright, I'm a little bit surprised to see that. Are there any Adepts? Nope, Stalker. Stalker instead for Walnut. So I'm calling this fairly incorrectly to this point. Something I need to work on for sure. Finally, scouting here is Walnut and scouting the Stargate. Fantastic play. Recognizing there will be some oracles on the way. Wants to get some stalkers in that mineral line. Possibly a cannon. Can be useful as well. Look at this again. Stargate, Nexus, Adept, gateways, Mothership core for Walnut. Did it already pop? Already popped for Zumo. Gets a kill there as well, killing that probe. So again, just so even. Phoenix is the air unit of choice for Zumo. What is Walnut going to do with that Stargate? Where is the Stargate? Here it is. And a Phoenix as well. Man alive, they are breeding each other's minds right now. Phoenix battles on the way. Could be very interesting. Adept holding the ramp here. Adept holding the front door here for Walnut. And let's see what these Phoenix are going to do. Probably want a Phoenix ball before really attacking. A single Phoenix can't do a whole lot just because it cannot lift and fire at the same time. Graviton Beam is able to lift up units on the ground as long as they're not massive. But Phoenix, to attack it, needs a friend to help them with that endeavor. Alright, so 27 to 25, 28, 29, Walnut pulling ahead in the worker count right now. 29 to 25 total harvesters. It is 41 to 37 total supply. Walnut still ahead, just really macroing very well at this point, getting another gateway back there, and same thing from ZumoCoCo. This is nuts. This is crazy how similar this is right now. Are they both map hacking each other? That would be funny. That would be very interesting. I trust Walnut, though. I know he would never map hack. He also streams most of his games on his Twitch channel, which I'm going to go ahead and link here in the description, so check that out. Anyway, assimilators coming up here at the natural base. Any assimilators? No. There is a diversion. A divergent? I guess it's diversion in what these players are doing. Flying on out are 3 Phoenix. Flying on out are 2 Phoenix. Let's see how these guys do first. I think they're going to arrive. First of all, it's going to be close, I guess. Walnut continuing to macro, 37, 38 to 29 total harvesters. Phoenix going after Phoenix, going to chase this one down. They have the exact same attacks or move speed though, so that's not very good if you're trying to chase somebody down here. And here come other Phoenix going to join in on this battle. Oh, they pick off 1. There are 2 against 3 here. Walnut's not liking these odds. very much at all, and all of Walnut's Phoenix are gone. 3 remaining for Zumo. 1 Phoenix popping back out, saying, nope, 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 I don't want to be here. And the Stalker's on the ground, threatening to kill the Phoenix if they come close, which is why they are going home. So again, double gas here for Zumo, not doing anything with it at this point. Is mining from a single assimilator. Here is Walnut. And there's the forge, and 2 more stargates are on the way for Zumo. This is definitely going to be a Skytoss type play, which is kind of fun. I don't know if I've actually seen a Skytoss in a PvP for a long time. So I'm very excited to see how this works out, how Walnut's going to handle it. Usually you would think Stalkers might be good. Void Rays as well could be a good choice against Skytoss, depending on the exact composition of that Skytoss army. Phoenix on the way. I want to see what comes out of these Stargates so bad. Blink, possibly an option here as well for Walnut, blinking under the carriers and killing them. Blinking under the mothership if that shows up as well. Let's see what happens to the Twilight Council. It's going to be Resonating Glaives to make Adepts better. Probably not. Probably going to be Blink, but nothing happening quite yet. So we check out the other gateways here. Wait, did he cancel one? What are gateways? Basically making a huge Phoenix ball. Alright, so not really Skytoss, just Phoenix at this point. Oh, getting right on up using Sonic Transfer. The Adepts, they get into the middle line, but there's a cannon. That's enough to chase them away a little bit. Stalker's coming from the right side as well, throwing the flank. Photon Overcharge popping up as well, getting outside of the range of that Photon Overcharge. Trying to find a sweet spot, but no, it's not going to happen. The Adepts are completely dead. 4 probes have died for Walnut, so not bad, but 3 Adepts died there. I don't know if that was a fair trade at all. Walnut still ahead, 45 to 4 total harvesters. 650 minerals to 300 gas have been lost for Walnut, and 537 minerals and 212 gas lost for Zumo. I think that counts for canceled buildings and stuff, because I could have sworn there were going to be 3 gateways here, or 3 Stargates here, but instead it's only 2. But there are Tempests on the way as well as Void Rays, so it is basically a Skytoss play. Phoenix going to help out with that at the same time. A lot of pylons, a lot more gateways coming up. Is it a 2-base Skytoss with some ground army type play? It looks like it is. Hallucinated Phoenix coming in for the clutch scout right now for Walnut, seeing that Void Ray come out as well, recognizing, oh, seeing the fleet beacon as well. That's going to tell him something very important, and that is Tempest and Carriers are likely on the way. 3rd base coming up for Walnut. Stalker Ball looking okay. The Zealots aren't going to do much, I don't think, in the upcoming battles. But hey, you never know. Might as well make some of those. Chrono boosting out more Void Rays of his own. Here is Walnut and making a push. I don't think he wants to allow that Skytoss army to get too big. I think he saw that and said, uh-oh, I need to get there before the Carriers do. Are there any in production? No, it's going to be Tempest, which aren't as good as Carriers, I don't think, in Legacy of the Void. If you haven't seen Tempest before, they can attack air and ground with Resonance Coil and Kinetic Overload. They do extra damage versus air massive units like Battle Cruisers and Broodlords, which makes them nice, but the disruption ability was removed, unfortunately, and there it is. They're pushing right on in here with the Stalkers. They're just A-moving, it looks like. The Zealots on the ground helping out a lot, picking up a lot of the Stalkers, though, killing them all. Walnut's attack is not going well at all. Sentries are dying. They're trying to kill stuff, but not very useful at all. Stalkers getting burned down by Void Rays. Actually, it's a Void Ray of Walnuts coming in to help out. Does end up dead to the Phoenix. Stalkers finally land and then try to run for their lives. Might actually escape. Well, Walnut Stalker, that did not go well at all. 3,200 minerals and 1,600 gas lost for Walnut compared to 1,800 minerals and only 600 gas lost for Zumo. ZumoCoCoHerO. And here comes the Phoenix Harass. There are no cannons here. These probes are all going to die. Stalkers try to come in and help, but nope. No way, Jose. All these probes are dying left and right. Nothing that can happen here. Stalkers try to come in and kill stuff. They do manage to get this Void Ray, and maybe we'll kill this Tempest at the same time, but losing this base was massive. Mothership Core dies as well. Oh no, Stalker and Stalker Army. Walnut shows up. Upgrades are pretty much non-existent for both of these players. +1. I lied on Walnut, and yeah, Stalker trying to kill this Tempest. And they do focus it down. Manage to get it there. Oh, wait. Yes, they do. Man, trying to call stuff before it happens is crazy sometimes. And all that's left is blue. ZumoCoCo. Stalker dies, though, for Zumo. Zumo, still 48 to 42 harvesters. 3 bases Walnut has. That's pretty good. And really just about all that's left for our blue player are Phoenix and a few ground units, which is not great. So I think Walnut handled that fairly well. He's still up on worker counts somehow, continuing to replace the probes that he died earlier on in this game. What else is going on here? Carriers. Carriers are on the way for ZumoCoCo. He's going to make something happen here. Graviton Catapult allows the interceptors to launch more quickly from the carrier. That's a good upgrade to have. Heading back on home, tail between their legs, are these blue units for ZumoCoCoHerO. Stalkers, again, with +2 attack upgrades. That can be very, very nice, as the ground units don't have much of anything for Zumo at this point. Third Nexus on the way. If Zumo can get this and hang on to it, it might be a really good sign. Walnut is likely going to be a little bit gun-shy here, having lost that last battle so decisively. It was not a good feeling for him to lose all of those units. But he'll come back. I believe in him. He can be a very, very plucky player indeed. Void Ray coming out. Units tab shows right now Walnut has 3 Void Rays, 10 Stalkers, an Adept, and a Zealot, as well as a Sentry. Zumo, on the other hand, has 3 Zealots, 5 Stalkers, 2 Carriers, and 8 Phoenix, which aren't very super useful, except maybe for killing those Void Rays. We'll have to see. It's a bit of a lull in the game right now. An Adept comes over to try to kill some workers, but that's not going to happen. Maybe this one. No, double Photon Overcharge used against a single Adept there. It will escape thanks to Psionic Transfer. It takes some shots though. Boop! Escapes way out here. Big Probe Transfer. 46 to 56 total Harvesters in favor of Walnut, but fully operational is this third base for ZumoCoCoHerO. Man, it sounds like a wrestling name, doesn't it? Like a luchador. ZumoCoCoHerO. Maybe I should cast Mexican wrestling matches. That would be fun too. Have you seen Nacho Libre? It's a Jack Black movie. Maybe the same guys that did Napoleon Dynamite, I believe. It's nuts. The pacing's kind of weird, and I don't know if I liked it all that much, but there's some really funny points in there. Funny lines, especially from Jack Black. And maybe you should check it out if you haven't seen it. And we can talk about it in the comments. Alright, continuing to macro up here at the 12-minute mark here. Neither player really wants to be too aggressive. Again, like I said, Walnut probably a little gun-shy. Sending up, at least he's scouting though, right? At least he's sending in Hallucinated Phoenix, kind of. Go, Hallucinated Phoenix, go, scout, win. Zealot checking for a base here, there's not one here. Adept checking for a base here, there's not one here. So, what on... Oh, I'm harvesting from the backside. Walnut just wants the rich mineral fields here, just the gold. He doesn't care about this gas. So he's going to put the Nexus here, and then mine from the backside of these mineral patches to the Nexus. I have seen that before. It's kind of weird, but if all you really want is the minerals, then go for it, I suppose. Carriers. Oh, the bigger that carrier count gets, the worse I feel for Walnut. I don't know if he can handle it, honestly. I'm not going to say that carriers are the Colossus of Legacy of the Void, back when Colossus Wars was all PvP ever was, and whoever had the most Colossus won. But at this point, I just don't know what Walnut has as the Scouting Zealot dies to really deal with that many carriers. Right now, there are 15 Stalkers, an Archon, and 9 Void Rays, which is nice. But I just don't know. Alright, here we are, settling up for the Rumble in the jungle. And pushing on in immediately are the Phoenix, the Stalker count as well. Pretty darn big, and here comes the big attack. Void Ray is trying to burn down those Phoenix, and then focusing down the carriers instead, using Prismatic Alignment, taking one carrier down. And can he get another one? Oh, the Void Rays get evaporated by the Phoenix and the Stalkers, trying to blink underneath those carriers, trying to make something happen. Walnut coming right on in, ignoring the Stalkers basically, and getting one more carrier there, but it looks like all the Stalkers for Walnut are slowly being whittled down here. The Archons are being a very big help though, surviving long enough to kill every single carrier. Are they going to be able to do it? No! Not going to be able to do it, but Zealots coming on in, trying to deal with the Stalkers that are on the ground. They could take a lot of hits from carriers before they end up dead. It is 116 to 74 total supply in favor of Zumo. Won that battle somewhat decisively. There are still carriers left. More and more Stalkers coming in, but triple Photon Overcharge trying to kill those Phoenix. Stalkers do not want to walk in there at all. The mining is happening for Walnut. He's getting the mineral income that he needs. Zumo might come from this side of the mineral field. Yep, and going to kill these workers from over here. Oh boy. And to think of the Mothership Core, they do! No more Photon Overcharge! Oh no, Walnut! Walnut, why? Oh no, Photon Overcharge, that's the last one you'll have for a while. Phoenix flying back to the rest of the group, picking up workers, killing them. Blinking on in. Long distance mining here is Walnut from this area. He knew there was an army, being very risky. At this point, the army heading back on home. actually, for ZumoCoCo, surprisingly enough. Stalkers, how are their upgrades doing? +2 still, that's good. And +3 is on the way. So that is encouraging for our Protoss friend here. How is the upgrades? How are the upgrades? Nothing there, and still nothing there. Zumo not getting upgrades. I feel like Zumo might have been able to win this game if he had just chosen to get upgrades at some point, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. And if you're trying to win the game, get upgrades, I guess, is the moral of this story. 4th base is on the way for ZumoCoCo. Stalkers moving in again with Archons with a replacement mothership core. That came out faster than I expected. Huh. Long distance, or not long distance mining, backside mining is happening here. Again, the Stalkers blink forward. Try to kill some of these Phoenix. Doing a pretty good job of it. Again, the +2 attack upgrades helping a lot here. Stalkers in the air getting killed by Stalkers from the ground. Always kind of weird to see. Mothership core in a terrible position. Don't lose another Mothership core. Oh, maybe it's just actually baiting away the units. No, I thought Walnut might attack behind this way, but instead he does not. All these probes are getting massacred by the Stalkers behind the mineral line. Run, probes, run! You have to. They don't run at all. Blinking on top of the carriers, killing one carrier. And this is enough Stalkers to kill another carrier. Indeed, all the carriers are gone. Archon in here with +2 attack, just burning down Stalkers. The Stalker count way too high for Walnut here. The entire army for ZumoCoCo does get completely obliterated. Observers saw the whole thing and said, I don't want to report that back home. That was just too sad. Too sad for the news on IR. Bringing over a probe transfer to the 4th base here is ZumoCoCo. He is up 59 to 47 total harvesters, but is there enough to deal with this army? Transferring carriers. Walnut, yes, does get in there, gets shots off, tries to blink into an area to kill the carriers on the high ground though, which is not very good at all. Getting rid around those carriers would be nice. Blinking on up into the main base. That is where Walnut wants to be. Going after pylons, killing a Stalker that just warped in there, I think. Going after that robo facility, maybe not. Just kind of indiscriminately attacking here. Oh, depowers both of the Stargates for ZumoCoCo. That is not good at all. These carriers, these Stalkers trying to make something happen. More and more Stalkers coming across the map though. Is that +3 finished? It has. These are +3 Stalkers against +0 Stalkers. Oh, Zumo. Oh, Zumo. The carriers ended up dead as well. These Archons are never going to see the light of day. Oh, that one did. I lied. Did see the light of day, but now it's dead, and all the Stalkers are getting surrounded by other Blink Stalkers. Stalker on Stalker action here. Ladies and gentlemen, probes being pulled off as well for ZumoCoCo, but I think this is it for our blue Protoss friend. Fought valiantly, made carriers, but that's it. Zumo is defeated. Walnut is victorious, and Zumo has left the game. Whew, let's just let that breathe. That felt like one long attack for that last 2 or 4 or 5 minutes. But yeah, like I said, I think it came down to upgrades, really. Walnut did a great job getting +3 attack there. Also, I think it had armor. Nope, shields, which is nice. And the carriers were good, but again, the Voiders did a pretty good job against them. The Voiders themselves did get taken down. And again, Zumo did win a couple battles there, killing a lot of probes. Actually, 37 probes died for Walnut compared to only 9 probes that died for Zumo, which is a little bit insane if you think about it. Resources lost tab shows 16,000 minerals lost, 6,000 gas for Walnut compared to 15,000 and 7,000 gas for Zumo. So fairly even that way. But again, I just think the upgrades made all the difference. So let that be a lesson to you players. Get your upgrades. I know you want to micro battles. I know you'll want to run around and put bases up everywhere on the map, but macro and get your upgrades at the same time. And then everybody's happy. So that's about it. Thank you for joining me today. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, enjoy the music at the end of the cast, and you take care of yourself.